Hello, BookTube. Next week starts the History Reading Challenge, and this is my TBR. First up is The Empire of the Black Sea by Duane W. Roller. It's a history of the Mithridatic Kingdom. I think it's Pontus. Let's read the which I don't do this often enough. I really should do this more frequently. Anyway, what is commonly called the Kingdom of Pontus flourished for over 200 years in the coastal regions of the Black Sea. At its peak in the early 1st century BC, it included much of the southern, eastern, and northern littoral, becoming one of the most important Hellenistic dynasties not founded by its successor of Alexander the Great. It also posed one of the greatest challenges to Roman imperial expansion in the east. Not until 63 BC, after many violent clashes, was Rome able to subjugate the kingdom and its last charismatic ruler, Mithridates VI. This book provides the first general history in English of this important kingdom from its mythic origins in Greek literature, Colchis, to its entanglements with the late Roman Republic. Duane Roller presents its rulers and their complex relationships with the powers of the Eastern Mediterranean and Near East, most notably Rome. In addition, he includes detailed discussions of Pontus's cultural achievements, a rich blend of Greek and Persian influences, as well as its political and military successes, especially under Mithridates VI, who proved to be as formidable a foe to Rome as Hannibal. Previous histories of Pontus have focused almost exclusively on the career of its last ruler, setting that famous reign in its wide historical context. Empire of the Black Sea is an engaging and definitive account of a powerful yet little-known ancient dynasty. Sounds absolutely fascinating. I cannot wait to get to this. Let's put my book depository bookmark back in and put it over. Next up is Arabs by Tim Mackintosh-Smith. This is a massive narrative history of the Arabs. See if there's a... Okay, it'll be on the back. In this magnificently readable history, Tim Mackintosh-Smith chronicles the Arab peoples and tribes who conquered lands and disseminated their language and culture over vast distances. Beginning in the 9th century BC, Arabs is the essential guide to both the 1,400 years of recorded history before the emergence of Islam and the 1,400 years since. I cannot wait to get to this, particularly the pre-Islamic history of the Arab peoples. Also looking forward to seeing how this compares to A History of the Arab Peoples by Albert Horani, which I read last month. And finally, Post-Wall, Post-Square by Kristina Spohr. This book offers a bold new interpretation of the revolutions of 1989, showing how a new world order was forged, without major conflict. Based on extensive archival research, Kristina Spohr attributes this in large measure to determined diplomacy by a handful of international leaders who engaged in tough but cooperative negotiation to reinvent the institutions of the Cold War. She offers a major reappraisal of George H.W. Bush, an innovative assessment of Mikhail Gorbachev and Helmut Kohl, as well as Margaret Thatcher and François Mitterrand. But, she argues, Europe's transformation must be understood in global context. By contrasting events in Berlin and Moscow with the brutal suppression of the pro-democracy movement in Beijing, the book reveals how Deng Xiaoping pushed through China's very different communist reinvention. Here is an authoritative yet highly readable exploration of the crucial hinge years of 1989 to 1992 and their consequences for today's world. This book, I got this book a few months ago, and I've been looking forward to reading it ever since, and I'm super excited to finally get around to reading it. Which this will probably be the first when I start today. I finished the books that were on my slate from last weekly reads, and I've had about 2 weeks of rather disappointing readings, so I need some history, and hope this will definitely, I think, please me immensely. All of these books sound awesome. So, yeah, I'll get started on them today, a few days early, and if I don't manage to finish them all through the rest of this month, I'll continue them into September, and if I manage to finish a little early, I might start a new history, and that one I'll show later. Anyway, let's do a Steve Pyramid. Okay, so yeah, thank you, BookTube. Have a great afternoon, and please stay safe.